What is up, you guys? I am here with my friend and client. I say friend first because we have worked closely together, very close over the last couple years, few years together now.
Yeah.
And so I claim her as a friend first, a client second, athlete third, and then, my whatever whatever else
Whatever
there
comes
is.
after that.
There's so many things, you've like given me clothes before. I feel like maybe a little bit of a stylist as well. Everybody, this is Kelsey. Yay! So
Hello.
happy to have you here. Thanks for taking time to hang out with me and talk a little bit about your journey. Because I know all about your journey because I've been blessed to be involved. But now I want everybody else to know just how not only how amazing you are, but all the hard work, the energy matching psycho to me that you are. And so so let's get into it. So what I want to know is because it's been so long now, just refresh my memory and let everybody else know how did you find OxFit? What brought you to OxFit? What was your main drive coming to OxFit? Let's go.
Yeah. Okay. So, post grad, I got really into working out and I was like a boot camp athlete. I was living in Alpharetta and I was working in like athletic apparel. And I was doing that right before COVID hit. And leading up to COVID, I was like, oh yeah, like I'm just doing all these different boutique workout classes, whatever. And then COVID hit and I fell off of my fitness game because it was very social. And since no one was doing anything social, I just stopped working out really. And so a couple years go by and I joined OxFit in 2024. And so I had been dating my now boyfriend for a year at that point. He was really disciplined in the gym and I was like, yeah, I'll get back into it at some point. Like I'm not worried. And then a year of us dating, I was like, maybe I should get back in the gym. And so because I was like, I think it might be time. So I had a friend of mine that spent some time at OxFit. I think he works out somewhere else now, but he had like popped in and worked out at OxFit for a bit. And I just remember seeing it and I was like, oh, I live in East Atlanta. It's not far from my house. I passed it a handful of times. I remember being on like at Bellwood and seeing everyone work out. And I'm like, ha, sucks to be you. And but then I was like, maybe I should get into it. And so I basically reached out to my friend. And I was like, hey, like, do you still work out at OxFit? And he was like, not anymore. I moved spots, but because I think he moved. And he was like, it's some of the best training that I've gotten in Atlanta. Like, it's amazing. It's just a little far for me. Like, I would highly recommend it. Like, they're amazing. And I'm like, okay, cool. So then that's when I reached out to you and was like, hey, can I come to a class? And Bo is also very excited about it. And so then I came to a 6 a.m. class.
Yeah.
Sorry. But yeah, so I came to a class and that's how I got involved. I remember meeting you because you were who I was talking to. And I remember being super nervous because I was like, I haven't worked out in years. I've never worked with barbells because I was always in these I was never doing barbell work. I was always doing like anything that I could grab with one hand. And so, yeah. And then I just got involved and I met a couple people and I just started coming consistently. And I was like, I'm so stressed out, but I'm like, but I know this is something that I'm wanting to do. Mm-hmm. And so that's kind of what got me back into it. I was like, I feel like I should, because also I was looking for a place that I could do the movements that you guys were doing. Cause I'm like, I don't want to go to an Orange Theory and run on a treadmill. I'm not really like running focused. I want to find a place that is more functional fitness for my life and not like these other boutique spots. And so, yeah, it clicked and I liked the vibe and I liked the experience of the first couple classes. I was like, okay, I want to keep coming back here.
Yeah. And, and one thing I can say about you is that you are someone who is very consistent. Like you are very consistent, but then you are someone who tends to fall off hard too.
Yes,
So
I swing between being all in or all out depending on the week, and so I'm like, that is something that that has gotten better as I've spent time getting into a constant routine. But oh yeah, I full tilt in either direction.
hey, I feel you though. I'm definitely the type of person, and Ant makes fun of me all the time. He's like, you're just either all in or you're all out. And I was like, that's just how it has to be for me. I can't be lukewarm. I have to be hot. I have to be hot.
Yeah, I have
And
been drinking the Kool-Aid for it.
exactly. I know. And that's when you and I kind of talked about taking that step further and we started working together.
Yes.
And so, yeah. And so one thing that I have always loved about working with you, and this is something I wholeheartedly believe in, is like you have to be a certain type of person to be able to work with me. And Kelsey, you are that type of person. And it's the person that's like, even though it may seem a little crazy what I'm saying to do, you're going to do it. If I tell you to eat a certain way, you're going to do it. But you're also just the best at those kinds of things. Like you send me your macros and you're just like, I love a puzzle. And I'm like, this woman is crazy. I love her so much. So when we started working together, your goal was to just really kind of, get in the best shape as possible, and you needed more accountability. What would you say because we've worked together now like twice. We did our first round. No, 3 times. We did our first round, and then we worked again together before Beach Brawl last year.
Yeah.
And now we're working together again. What would you say after having the first time that we worked together and now that we're working together? What is it about us working together that that really does it for you? Like what is it that it helps you with? What does it bring to the table for you? How does it make you feel? Like what is one-on-one coaching for you? Like what is it to you?
Yeah, so the accountability is a big piece because I don't know everything and I don't have the bandwidth to know everything about all the topics that I want to like dive into, right? So having you be my basically like fitness brain, and you're like supplementing you're like, I've already thought of these things. You don't need to worry about it. I'll just follow this program. It takes a lot of the heavy lifting off because I think I try to do too much at any given point. My plate is very full all the time with all the things that I'm trying to do. And it allows me to have a higher chance of success because I'm not putting it all on me to do it on my own. Because just like how you need community to like exist in life, it's like, yeah, accountability and community within your gym and like where you're like, and especially like what are your goals, right? So I feel like my goals have changed even within the 2 years that I've been at OxFit, 2.5 years now. Because I joined in the beginning of 2024. Like before I was like, oh yeah, I just like need to be moving. And then I was like, oh wait, now I actually want to like recomp my body. And then I was like, okay, well actually I want to do beach brawl now. And now I'm like, I want to do beach brawl, but better. And so it's because each time we've worked together, there's been a different carrot I've been chasing. Right. So it's allowed me to exist in my, I say civilian life like I'm in the army, but it's like in my civilian life outside of the gym, like how I say in my civilian life outside of work, I'm able to chase the things that go beyond, work or gym or in those different categories, which is cool. So it's given me bandwidth.
Yeah.
And bandwidth, consistency, and like I don't have to question if it's actually going to work because I've seen it work going on 3 times now.
I love that. I mean, it's crazy because it's like you said, you did beach brawl and now you're wanting to do beach brawl better. And I mean, you still crushed it last year. Like you went in and had never really, like you said, you never thought about competing. And you told me, you were like, I want to compete in beach brawl. I was like, let's go then. Let's go. And then you did it. I mean, you were doing moves that we don't typically do in class. Like you're coming to extra trainings. And even now, like it's wild to think about how before it was like, okay, you were coming to the mom's class, you were doing the homework that I gave you, you were on your meal plan, like we were really working one-on-one, you were coming to beach ball training. Now, this time is even more different because you're not only training and coming on Saturdays for beach ball training, you're sometimes coming to mom's and 5 a.m. on certain days, depending if like we might lift a little more and then the class workout's a little bit more cardio based. So you're really in it this time. So how are you already feeling about this beach brawl coming up?
I feel so much more confident in this beach brawl. I also think it's like the movements for the workouts at beach brawl this year are movements that I'm much more confident in. And I'm stronger. I'm stronger now, like than I was this time last year. Mm-hmm. And I feel like the way that, because when I did Ox 100 at the beginning of 2025, I went full tilt and a little too like strict on it. I didn't give myself flexibility. I was like, my bedtime's 8:30 and I'm doing these things and I wake up at this time, and I didn't have like room for my life outside of it, which I think is why, I went full tilt, and then, it was awesome, but it wasn't a sustainable thing that I did. So, but the training itself was awesome. And so, oh man, I feel like now I'm doing the training in a more sustainable way. I have room for my life. I'm not saying no to social events because of my training. I'm not being like, oh shit, I ate more than like within 5 like macros of this one thing. It's just, I have more freedom with it. Mm-hmm. So, which I think is really great, but also like sticking to the plan. And so, yeah, it's different this time around just because I feel like it's more sustainable, and we are operating with different macro goals too, just because what we're doing now is different than what we did last year, and it's different than what we did at the beginning of 2025. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah. And I attribute that to what you're saying right now is what that really comes from, though, is the fact that we have worked together multiple times. Mm-hmm. It's almost like been this buildup of us working together, because it's like you said, and because, you're a psycho, I'm a psycho, that's why we work so well together. But it's because the first time we did it, you were extra crazy. You were just like, it has to be this and it can't be anything else. And I was like, well, we can, do this. And you were like, no, it has to be this way. But I think what has changed now is because you learned so much from us having worked together already, that this time you're not only implementing what I'm telling you to do, you're implementing what you already know and what you've learned.
Yeah.
Because what would you, say someone wants to get into, coaching, or they've been coming to the gym for a while and they're also ready to make that flip to, being a one-on-one client. Maybe they're wanting to compete in High Rocks or DECA. What would you say? Like, what would your advice be to someone who wants to make that switch?
I would say make the switch, do it, but don't be so don't abandon your current life for like this new version of yourself that you think should be. It's like, take it in pieces and take it in steps. Yeah. Cause some people can switch their entire life overnight and it's great for them. I don't know any of them. I have never met anyone that is able to do that, which I'm sure they exist, but taking it in chunks and pieces and giving yourself like room to, I don't want to say like room to fail a little bit, but it's like, give yourself room to like kind of exist as a person instead of just being so black and white. I love being black and white, but I'm also like, oh yeah, there's value in the gray, and being a little malleable,
Yeah. And I mean, you can say that though. I like that you brought up failure, because that's what ends up happening. I feel like a lot of times we get in the gym and we just think it has to be one way, go, go, go. If I don't do it this way, I might as well just stay out of the gym. It's not working for me. But you have to be okay to fail in some ways, because that's the only way you're going to find what works perfectly for you. Just like you said, this time you're letting it exist in the space of your life, and you're allowing yourself to go to events, to go to functions. And I think personally, as your coach as well, that is why you look even more insane than you did last year. And we got you to a place that literally you looked utterly jacked. And now you're already freaking jacked, but it's because you're allowing yourself to rest. You're giving yourself time to recover. I will also say I'm super proud of you because you've been taking the time to work on your body, your mobility, your shoulder, your back. Like you've really settled into figuring out what works for Kelsey and what Kelsey needs to do.
Yeah, I feel like I've gotten much better at listening to what my body needs and not what the programming says I need to do, which has been great. Like there have been times where I'm like, I'm not doing that. And also like going to Kayla and having her like, you know, undo all of the stuff that I do with the needling and everything. It's been super helpful too. So yeah.
Yeah. And I love that. And so with this next beach ball coming up, I know we're working on a different skill. Last year, we were working on double unders. We've unleashed those. The strength for you has never been an issue. You've always been freaking strong. Yeah. But now we're working on our next technique. And I mean, the workouts are in your favor, Kelsey.
They are.
Like,
I love that.
Like, think about it. These workouts are in your favor. We have a sandbag. Come on now. And the sandbag is how many pounds? 60 pounds?
60 pounds.
Get out of here.
Yeah,
Get out of here. Right? We've got the sandbag with the shuttles. We've got the ski. You powerhouse a ski. Like, and so our skill that we're working on is pull-ups.
Yeah.
So, and knowing like, you know, we're still only in July. We have till the end of August. You've seen what can happen over an 8-week period. So how are you feeling about getting your pull-ups? Like what's going through your mind? Because I know you, but I want to know what's really going through Kelsey's head when she's thinking about working towards her pull-ups right now.
Yes. So with the homework that you have me doing and everything there, I'm like, okay, like I'm gonna get it. I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna get it, but I'm going to, because I can already tell from the Saturday workouts that we're doing and the negatives that I'm doing and the pull aparts that I'm doing every day. It's I'm like, okay, I can feel a difference in my body. It's just a matter of executing on it on the rig in a couple of weeks, because I can tell that I'm doing the building right now because I can feel it, you know? So I'm eagerly excited to see what it looks like in the next like month. But yeah, I'm feeling optimistic about it for sure. Because that's really the only movement that I'm a little dicey on. So right now, but I mean, even after our workout this morning, I was like, yeah, I really feel like I'm going to get it going through that.
But I love that though. That's what I love about you though. And I think that's something that, because of who you surround yourself with every morning, you know, especially because if, you know, like I said, you come to the 5 a.m. class, like you are a committed person. You're coming to the 5 a.m., but that 5 a.m. group is just so you guys push each other and joke, but you know, it's all jokes and it's all fun, but the support and the push is real. And also I know coming to the gym and being at OxFit and having seen what you did last year keeps you so optimistic.
Oh yeah. It's the kind of thing where I'm like, I've seen this movie before. It's like, I know how it ends. I don't know what the plot is, but I know what the ending looks like. And so and that's the benefit of us having worked together so many times. It's like, okay, I've seen it. I've seen the proof is in the pudding. I just got to listen to Caitlin and like commit to doing the work. And so, and being able to commit to doing the work in a sustainable and healthy way is like half the battle.
Yeah.
You're just showing up is half the battle. The other half is just like having a good time with it. So,
right. And I love the word that you use, sustainable, because that's what it really needs to be, is sustainable. And that comes with being flexible, right? So like you text me sometimes, you're like, hey, I'm not going to make it to the 5 a.m. I'll see you at noon. I'll see you at 8 a.m. And like, you don't have to text me, you know, you don't have to text me that, but I know that you do it for your own accountability to keep yourself, you know that you're going to come to the gym at this time, and you have these goals. And so, you've set this goal for beach brawl intermediate. You're going to crush it again, going to take amazing pictures again. But I know this isn't just the only thing. Like, do you have your sights set on any other goals coming up for the year? Like, do you and your sister want to do High Rocks or DECA? Or, I mean, because she's coming too. You sign up, and then she signs up.
Yeah, I sign her up, and she.
So we can convince her to do anything.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. She's asked me to do High Rocks a couple of times, and she's like, "What if we would like?" She'll just be like, "Let's look and see what if we went to New York?" I'm like, "Well, if you want to work out on Pier 59 or whatever, we can do that." But I was like, "I'm like, will you? Might kill me." So, but yeah, I don't necessarily have any like major goals outside of beach brawl. And here's the thing, I'm a down bitch. It's like, oh, you want to do High Rocks, and I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? Let's go, let's do it. So I'm very much a yes person, a yes lady. So, but honestly, it's just I just want to keep getting stronger. I want to keep getting stronger, and I love the results I'm seeing right now. Because like, I mean, you and I were texting earlier about like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I look at where I was pre-COVID, or like where I was when I was kind of at my peak retail experience, like going to these boutique gyms. And I'm like, I'm so much happier now with my body. And because like, here's the thing, working in luxury athletic retail it gets to your brain a little bit. Where I'm like thinking, oh, if I get above a size 4, this is a problem. Because I'm, surrounded by people that are naturally, maybe not even naturally, just like it's that environment's going to do what it does. And I feel like through weightlifting and OxFit and having these goals set on these different competitions, High Rocks, beach brawl, what have you, it's healed my relationship with how I look at fueling and food and what health looks like, and how I'm like, oh, like the goal isn't to be as small as possible, because that was a goal of mine 5 years ago, know? So I don't know. I'm just much happier. I'm much more in my body now. I'm like, I love who I am now in my body with the fitness that I've done. I'm the strongest I've ever been. I'm the healthiest I've ever been. So
I love that. And I'm glad you brought that up, because I was going to bring that up about our conversation earlier. You're sending me these photos and you're like, look at me years ago. And I'm like, girl, where are your legs?
Like, why do I look like I was 23 in those photos? I'm like, why do I look 30?
Yeah.
Why do I look younger now? Oh, wait. It's because I like have hormones that are balanced.
Yeah. So speaking of that, and kind of speaking on that topic, as a woman, if you were, you're out and about and another woman comes up to you because you're, like you said, you went to a gym while you were out of town, and a man came up to you and was like, yo, your traps.
Yeah.
They're amazing, because they are amazing.
Yeah.
But, say you are out and a woman, she comes up to you and she's like, oh my God, you look so amazing. I love how strong you look. I've been wanting to get in the gym. As a woman who lifts weights and comes to the gym so religiously and does this program, what would you say to another woman who is unsure about lifting weights and working out, the way that we do here at OxFit?
Yeah. Oh gosh. I think the first thing I would say is like, it's the best thing that you'll do. It really, it gives you your life back, because I mean, I saw a post that was basically like, if you don't strength train, you're just choosing to get weaker every day for the rest of your life. And so like, longevity and health comes from muscle. It's like that's the goal. I'm trying to live as long as I can. And I would say like, it can be intimidating at times, but showing up for yourself is the best thing that you can do. And also finding a gym with like a good community of people is the most important part. Because you can go to a big box gym, and like, obviously like people go to big box gyms all the time and they're super good at it. I mean, I go into a big box gym and I'm like, what do I do? Hello. And it's like, it's super helpful to have a trainer in some capacity, whether it was us working one-on-one or in like the class setting. Having that accountability and that community within fitness is really important because you learn a lot from the people that you're around, and it makes it less intimidating when you are friends with the people that you're doing it with. And on top of that, I would say, like, you're not going to get bulky. It's really hard for you to get bulky. Don't be afraid of lifting heavy because it will only help you. You won't get bulky from lifting weights. It's so hard. So yeah, that's, I think what I would say is like, find a community of women that want to work, that like you can do it alongside with, because that'll propel you forward. You can only go so far by yourself.
Mm-hmm. I love that. And you're right. I'm just cracking up because you, as two people who sit here right in front of you right now, who want to be super jacked and bulky, it is by far the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life.
When I tell you, there have been times where you have given me my macro count and I'm like, I am ill from eating so much. How am I supposed to do this? That's another thing. Working with you, I was like, wow, I'm under eating by like a wide margin. Mm-hmm. You know, it's helped me understand like what, like the purpose of a lot of different macros and like what our bodies as women need to function, you know? So, yeah, it's been great. I've had a lot of fun. There have been times where I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to eat all this, but okay, I'm going to do it.
I love it. I mean, I personally, like I said, I'm just so proud of you because I know how much how hard it is and how much it takes to be that person who does come consistently, who does go home and meal preps and has to take the time to do all of this. But you also are someone who definitely, like you said, your boyfriend, you know, he comes to training sometimes, he's super supportive. He's also really fit. So it's always really great to have that support system.
Oh yeah. Like
in place as well.
Outside of the friends you have, like having a supportive partner is huge. Like if you are dating someone that is super gung-ho about your fitness goals, like that's hell yeah. You know, it makes it more exciting when you have someone cheering you on from inside the house, you know? Mm-hmm. So yeah. So,
but we still have 2 months, right? So the people that don't know the journey that we've been on just these last couple months, mm-hmm. We've gone through a really hard deficit, a medium deficit. Now we're picking it back up. We're back up to 200 plus grams of carbs right now. Mm-hmm. And we're on our mission to be around 300, 350 grams of carbs come game day, baby.
And when you said that, I'm like, how? Where are they coming from? You know?
But that's the thing. It's like you say, you don't have to worry about it because I'm going to make sure you get there.
Yes.
You just have to eat it.
Exactly.
And prep it. Well, you know, in your way, prep it. You know? Yeah. But since we have 2 months left and you're already like, you look amazing. Like you've definitely, I think you've lost this time that we worked together. I think you've lost about 20 pounds, mm-hmm. But then you've put on about maybe 5 to 10 pounds of muscle.
Yep.
Because you're looking jacked. And so we've still got 2 months. Like in your mind, what do you think when you step on that beach ball floor, what you gonna be looking like?
Bruh, I mean, hell, there are times where I'll like finish the 5 a.m. and I'll just like go to walk and sit on the couch and I'm like, damn, who is that animal? And I know that when I step on the beach brawl stage for those workouts, it's gonna I'm gonna feel great. I feel like if I went out today, I would feel great, you know? Yeah. So I can only imagine what kind of juice I'm gonna be drinking when I'm like actually there with all of my sunscreen, you know?
Right. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right. So you're amazing. This was amazing. And you've given, I mean, you have literally preached and given some such incredible advice and tips. And I feel like someone's going to watch this and be like, wow, I can really do it. But if you had to give me a closing sentence that's 2 lines long, maybe, or just a closing phrase per se after this podcast, hit me with it. What would it be? What would it be?
Man, a 2-liner, a 1-liner.
Yeah.
I would say like jump in and jump in deep. You know, like it's freaking fun. You know, because there's a confidence that comes with being like one of my best friends the other day. She was like, or maybe like a month ago, she was like, "Hey, I need help moving a couch. You're my strongest friend. Can you please come help me?" And I'm like, move. I'm like, what? I'm like rolling up. Her family's there to help. I'm like, step aside, parents. You know, it's the confidence that comes with being strong and being capable is really awesome. It's jump in and go deep, you know?
Let's go.
So
I love that. Jump in and jump in deep, baby.
do with that what you will.
Do with that what you will. And if Sean was here right now, you know what he would say.
I know exactly what he would say.
Anyway, don't let him see this video.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Kelsey, thank you so much for joining me today. I cannot wait for people to see you take on beach brawl again coming up in a couple months. I can't wait to post some before and afters, but also I just can't wait to post beach brawl to beach brawl because that's about to be
That's going to be crazy.
Crazy.
That's going to be
It's
crazy.
going to be crazy.
Crazy.
All right. Well, you guys, you heard Kelsey. Jump in and jump in deep, baby. Well,
Go all in. Go all in.